Welcome back to All the Crackers in the Box. How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully you're having a lovely Saturday evening. I had a lovely long nap after a giant dinner, which was fantastic and wonderful, but now I'm awake for a little bit. It's after midnight, so it's technically Sunday morning. And of course, what do I want to do? I want to crochet and see what everybody's up to. Thanks for joining me. Welcome back. How's everybody doing? Hopefully you're having a great evening, as I mentioned before. So eventful week here. My favorite glasses that I've been wearing. Look good, love the color, love the design. I have matching sunglasses that I got at Dollarama, really cheap. My youngest snapped my glasses. She was trying to put them on and they went snap. They had already broken once and I glued them, and now it's just not happening. It won't glue back. So I took the screw out, because you could always use the screws from your glasses, and I'm gonna have to dump them and replace them, I guess. Not overly excited about it, but for now I will be wearing my librarian glasses, as I like to call them, my blingy librarian glasses. Like, they're great quality. They've lasted me a long time, but they're just not the most attractive, and I don't like feeling like I'm wearing bifocals, but I probably will have to at some point. I apparently should be getting a cataract through eye injuries throughout the years. Yay, lucky me. So, what to talk about this evening? Oh, we have moved into our third skein and our first color change for our Calypso shawl for my mother's birthday. And now we've gotten so big, it's almost impossible for me to show the whole thing. Let's see if I can get a little better. I can see right through the holes. Hi, how's it going? So, the color changes are pretty darn subtle. All it is splotching in a little bit of purples, which is, we decided, my mother and I decided, because she knows I'm making it. She bought everything. She picked the pattern. I'm just giving her my hands to make them. That's my gift. And it's a lovely gift at that. So, we went from the muted colors of what I was calling the watercolor watermelon. And now we're getting these rich purples to go with the red, the pinks here, and the greens, and a tiny touch of yellowish green now. So it's actually blending really nicely, and I'm super happy I decided to put the colors the way I did. It's working out really well for me. Community had a bit of a scare today. Our first brush fire near town. Not my town per se, but the one that I'm adjoined to. I'm about 20 minutes away, so my big city. Because I live in the rural version, which is just technically outside of it, but encroaching enough that if I step across one street, I'm in the big city. Anyway, so there's a mountain right beside downtown where everything happens, where the high rises are going up and everybody lives and all that nice stuff, and the beachfront right there. There's a mountain that goes up and over. Over is leading to my area. Up is where everybody loves to go and take pictures and do their selfies and do their hikes and feel absolutely empowered, which is fantastic, right? Every year, about a little before now, they have to shut it down. You cannot go up there with a car because it's been too many incidences of cars causing fires up there. So you can just look back on YouTube and it's like 6-7 years now of just the regular occurrence of fires starting up there. But this one was pretty big. It was very windy out today, and it ended up causing 448 properties to be evacuated because, of course, people live really close to it. It's encroaching on city land and whatnot, so that was a little bit nerve-wracking, being that fires, especially if it's really like 40 kilometer winds, as it was saying at the airport, that can travel fast. I mean, we're not like super dry yet, so my favorite part of summer, the fires. On the plus side, they were able to contain it. We got to hear the water bombers go flying above because we don't live too far from the airport, and we hear them. They're loud. You can tell if a water bomber, after years of this, I can definitely pinpoint when a water bomber's going by. But they were able to contain it by about 8 o'clock, and now they're just mopping up and monitoring it overnight to be sure that there's no flare-ups. So let's keep our fingers crossed, and hopefully this is just a minor blip in the road and nothing that turns into some of the stuff we've had before. Anyways, it always makes me nervous. Do not like fire. Very, very scary. Yeah, I don't want to have to pick between my beauties, like who stays and who goes, because I have uses for all of them. And these are my prizes, and I finally found something that I really want to bring, and I can't exactly bring everything, because, you know, the kids are going to want to bring this, grandma's going to want to bring that, husband's probably going to want to bring his giant computer. Like, it's just a bunch of stuff that'll be filling up our minivan if we had to leave, so I'd only be able to take a few. Probably all from my favorite birthday. I mean, these, I really want to make something for me out of those, because I love the feel of them, and I'm very intrigued how they're going to work up. I've seen people get them, because like I watch a lot of unboxings, but there's not enough videos of things being made. Like, everybody gets all these beautiful yarns, and I can never seem to find, what did you make with it? I'm not critiquing people. I understand that you want to keep your algorithms good. Your audience is definitely more there. You get more views when you're showing off things you got. And, I mean, the dopamine's there. That's fine. Serotonin, whatever you want to call it. I'm too tired to remember the difference. But the haul videos are great. I love them. I do. Please don't get me wrong. I also like to make videos of people showing, because it gives me such inspiration. Like, I would have never known about the Calypso shawl if the Crochet Witch hadn't been showing something she had finished. And the way her yarn worked up and her stitching and all that was just gorgeous. I hope I can give my mom what she had in mind when she saw it, because it was so, so beautiful. So far, I think I'm doing pretty good. It is a very, very interesting pattern. Now I'm getting to the end of my chart, and it's just now to go back and repeat the same certain rows here and there, like certain groups of rows, do these rows, do these rows, do these rows, do this row. So it's just a matter of me repeating until I'm out of yarn, is basically what it's going to come down to. So, just going to keep going with it. Okay, so, not sure what to talk about today, so I thought I'd pull out some of my very vintage yarns that my mom and grandma have picked up over the years and have been passed to me to do something with. And I've only got these two. These are called Lady Fair baby yarns. They're 3-ply. And let's look on Ravelry here. They are exclusive from the Eaton store, which was a great, big, giant department store that no longer exists, but we still have a few buildings left of them that are housing other businesses all over, and they are giant. Some of them are huge. Okay, let's see. It's a light fingering, and then sadly, it is discontinued. It is 250 yards or 229 meters. Now let me hold this up so it looks like I'm looking at you. Unit weight 50 grams or 1.76 ounces. Needle size is 3 millimeters. Nothing about crochet. For some reason, the Eaton ones, I looked at a couple, and they don't seem to have crochet hook sizes because I guess they didn't believe crochet people were important. That's quite alright. They're 100% acrylic, and yeah, quite a few people have white. Not many people have pink. But other than that, there's not much about it that I can find here. Ravelry, Etsy, it's for sale. There's knitted worsted, which is quite different apparently. Okay. Yeah, so that's about it. But it's pretty darn soft. This pink is quite pale, which might actually complement this one or this one here, which you can hardly see. Now let me turn you just a touch, let you see what I got sitting over here beside me. These are some of my yarny friends that keep me company when the kids are sleeping. I've got my ombres here, and these ones I can't remember what I finally determined they are because they came without any labels from the thrift store, and I looked them up. I know this is not peacock, it was something else, but I went through like 3 videos before I figured out what it was, and I can't think of it off the top of my head because that was quite a bit ago. And remembering this stuff doesn't work out very well for me sometimes. Anyways, so I kind of want to get back to working on my shawl. We're getting to which set here? This row repeat again, and it's a little tricky because we have the double crochet, and then we have the triple crochet and a double crochet, and you got to chain one in between a bunch, so I really have to focus on what I'm doing, and chatting while I do it isn't going to exactly keep me going. So we looked at some yarn. It's a beautiful classic yarn, and talked about what's up and what's new. I also have to get some sleep. I'm supposed to go either to the water spray park or the beach tomorrow with the girls. We didn't go out for Canada Day today. There was a whole debacle about cleaning up toys. They thought it'd be an awesome idea to start dumping bins all over the house and assume that it should just stay like that. So I had to put my foot down and say, look, we're not going anywhere until you girls pick up. The tiny one usually picks up pretty easily, but the bigger one's pretty resistant. So they lost out on, by the time they were done, it was almost 3:30, and it's time to get ready for dinner. It's the hottest part of the day. Their father and I both were just like, yeah, we're not excited about your timetable, so I guess this isn't happening today. How about we get up fairly early tomorrow? The toys are picked up. They've been kept picked up for the most part. We'll make a little lunch and we'll go play in the water for a little bit before it gets crazy hot, because that's the smarter way to do it. I don't do well with sun. I've got this marks from taking a walk just over a year ago. I had sunscreen on. I really, really do not do well with the sun. It made me pretty sunsick for about a week. And it still looks like I'm burnt when I'm totally healed up. It does not hurt. It's not peeling. And it's been like this over the whole winter. I really got to be careful. It's my low iron. And so it's just, as much as I try to get iron into me, it doesn't seem to want to absorb. So I'm looking at options of like B12, I think it is, B1. B12 or B12, one of them helps you absorb iron a little bit better. So that's being added to my repertoire of things I need to take, which isn't that bad. It's just vitamins. It's not like I'm crazy on medication, which some people unfortunately have to do. So I'm not going to complain. You didn't hear that from me. It's not a complaint. It's just something I'm trying to remind myself about because I have bad memory. Anyways, I'm rambling again because it's the middle of the night and I want to go do my crochet. So thanks for joining me. I'm glad we got to open that because I've been dying to open that bag to actually touch that yarn. I've been looking at it going, I don't recognize that. I don't think I've ever seen anybody talk about it before. So hopefully learn something new. It's not the biggest amount, but I'm pretty sure I have an inkling of something I'd like to do with it. Maybe. Oh yes, and before I forget, I was going to show my daughter's mask. It's done. I gave it to her. She gave it to me today for a little bit to do some footage. It's made with brunette satin. I had to do 2 pieces and then you attach them together. So I went through our box of ribbons that we have been collecting for years, or my mother, sorry. I'm not going to say we. Most of them come from Grandma. And I found this beautiful satin. Unfortunately, there's a little spot where they had stapled it to a card at the thrift store, wherever it came from. And so I cut it and used it, but it is real satin. It's not the pretend new satin that they have. It is the real stuff. So it can be a little bit tricky and a little bit slippery. But it's a really pretty pink, and that's my daughter's favorite color. I did up a horn. I didn't say to stuff it, but I added a little stuffing, and I see it's a little bit off kilter, but you know what? I think it's kind of cute that way. So I'm not going to move it. I also sew it in the biggest rush when I was putting it together, so it's a little bit. However, I love the closed eyes. Those actually turned out a lot better than I thought they were. I have been really struggling with eyes and my embroidery with yarn, and I'm starting to get a little bit better. I am working on remembering to use embroidery floss. I've got to go back and do my Grim Reaper's face. I did the yarn and it looks like it is too much. I'm thinking like a 2-strand of embroidery floss, and that should, because his eyes are so small, his mouth looks giant on him, and I'm not exactly pleased. He's cute, but he could be better. My Chucky that I just did up for my husband on Father's Day. Feel free to check out that video. It hasn't had a lot of views. I think 8 views, which is fine. It's just that I'm actually super proud of that one. It's up there next to my shirt because my crochet, I'm seeing my end results are looking better and better to me, and I'm really proud of myself. That one is a lot better because a couple months ago I did 3 superheroes for my son's birthday, and that one hasn't gotten much views either, but they were really okay, except for one snafu that I'm not going to mention. If you want to know about it, please watch the video and you'll see it's quite embarrassing. I did admit it, but I don't want to admit it now. Yeah, the crocheting is, the parts comes out perfectly. I'm really good at that. Sewing them together and doing the embroidery is where I'm struggling the most. I don't feel that they're polished enough. I'm still working on that kind of thing, and I have never used the safety eyes, considering grabbing myself some just to try them out. There's some really cute ones out there, and some of the guys would look some little characters would look really cute with them. But I mean, the more you do it, the more you learn, the better you get at it, that kind of thing. So I am really trying. we've hit over 20 subscribers. I am super excited about that because I haven't been pushing for subscribers. I haven't been posting everywhere to follow me and all that kind of stuff. I'm just letting things go the way they are. I'm making videos and I'm hoping people are enjoying them. Not getting a lot of feedback, but that is just me being insecure. So that's fine. Thank you. Thank you. I really hope that you keep on joining me for Yarny Talk, because I know there's not a lot of crocheting going on right now, being at the hot season here in North America. And I know I'm missing hearing my yarn talk, because even though it's hot out, I'm still yarning. So hopefully I'm not the only one. And yeah, so it's finished, my face mask. It was a difficult one, even though it should have been easy. I could probably whip them out like nothing now, but it was definitely, the eye mask part just was not working out number-wise, and I can't say why, I don't know why. And yeah, thanks for joining me here at All the Crackers in the Box. I hope you've had a very nice Saturday, and I hope your Sunday is really, really good as well, and I hope that you are enjoying your summer and that your projects are going wonderful. See you again soon. Bye.